Darth Gives Advice, Chat 6. Darth Gives Advice can now be found at most of the major podcast directories, namely Podcast Pickle, Podcast Alley, even though their updating system hasn't worked for a long time, so it doesn't give you any of the recent shows, Podfeed, and iTunes. In addition, there is now a simple Facebook page for the show. You can go there and like the show until you've made a mess. Let's get to the questions. Dear Darth, why do dogs eat their own poo? Their palates are refined enough to be able to discriminate all the individual flavors, even though they've already been processed once. As for why Carrie Fisher eats her own poo, I couldn't tell you. What color was Godzilla's anus? The color of Tokyo. Dear Darth, why in the original movies was the Force portrayed as something mystical? Then in the prequels we're told it's because of symbiotic entities called midichlorians that are necessary for life. And yet there are some living creatures that are Force resistant and presumably don't have any midichlorians. That's simple. The reason is George Lucas is a complete idiot. Darth, you're pretty sexy. Thank you. The Emperor thinks so too. I mean, you have seen the prequels, haven't you? I've added the picture of Leia sucking on my finger to the website. If you click on the picture, it'll take you to the full animated version. Email darthgivesadvice@aol.com and go to the website darthgivesadvice.wordpress.com for all the show's information, such as the aforementioned picture and links to the Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages, and the voicemail number. I wonder if I can convince the Emperor to turn my pleasure egg into a vibrating egg.